How's it going, everyone? Your boy Corey here, aka Crasher, back with a new video, and ladies and gentlemen, somehow Pokemon Go has once again made it into another video here on the channel, and once again, we have ourselves an instance where a very recent Pokemon Go event, i.e. the Easter event, turned out to be a complete bust. How, you might ask? Well, we have ourselves an article here on Dexerto that is titled, Pokemon Go Community Furious Over Loot Box Flower Crown Happiny. Oh boy, let's see what we got here. Pokemon Go players are outraged over the Spring into Spring Easter event. The celebration features a Flower Crown Happiny egg that needs incubators to get unless you're insanely lucky. The rare Mon has sparked a debate over whether the mobile title has a loot box or pay-to-win problem. And I can also think of another problem that we can add in here as well, being the FOMO problem, or fear of missing out problem, especially when it comes to events that have a finite amount of time. Since its launch in 2016, Pokemon Go has allowed players to collect eggs, which eventually hatch Mon. The addicting gameplay design was based off a popular feature from the Game Freak RPGs. The mobile title's 2021 Spring into Spring event, however, has sparked a debate over whether the hatching mechanic has become like loot boxes after fans began to complain about how rare Happiny is. Now, I'm not going to regurgitate my thoughts about the whole loot box comparison in Pokemon Go. I actually made a video on that. Said video can be linked down below, but to give you guys a quick paraphrasing, while loot boxes and the functionality of Pokemon Go eggs aren't exactly identical, they are very, very similar in how they function. On April 4th, Pokemon Go launched its annual Spring Celebration event. Tying into its Easter themes, players could visit Pokestops to find eggs which contain special versions of Mon wearing flower crowns on their head. Reports began to spill online of trainers hatching hundreds of items only to not be able to find a single Happiny. While eggs can be obtained free in the game, incubators cost real money once players run out of them. Cerebee's Joe Merrick commented on the backlash on Twitter and stated, "Yep, the Happiny odds are ridiculous. I've seen so many reports of over 100 eggs and no Happiny. The hatch chances being shown as just icons isn't good enough, and locking things to eggs in a limited event is so bad." Now, real quick, I want to divert your guys' attention to this graphic you're seeing on the screen. These right here are the Pokemon that you can get from the 2-kilometer eggs during the Easter event. We have ourselves Tier 1, which shows 4 Pokemon, Tier 3, which shows 4 Pokemon, and Tier 5, which showcases 20 Pokemon. And one of those 20 is Happiny. So, you can do the odds and the calculations right there, but the odds are incredibly slim if you are to even try to hatch a Happiny, let alone a shiny Flower Crown Happiny from the egg pool. I can think of at least half of the Pokemon that should have been stripped from the egg pool, so that way it would have featured more Pokemon more appropriate to the Easter theme, and perhaps increase the chances of getting a Flower Crown Happiny to emerge from an egg, seeing how that is a Pokemon that was heavily featured for this event. But getting back to the article here, we can see Joe's tweet live and in living color, and this is actually a quote tweet response from Eurogamer that posted, "Pokemon Go's Easter event is an unexpectedly bad example of its loot box style incubators." Since the Easter event went live on April 4th, Go players have taken to Twitter to vent their frustrations. "That's how this disgraceful company scams people out of money. I spent $30 and so far haven't hatched a single shiny," a user exclaimed. Another wrote, 70 plus eggs so far with no Happiny. Thank you, Niantic help." One fan tweeted, "I don't understand why Happiny is so rare," which quickly received a reply saying, "Money. That's why. Other trainers simply called the egg situation scummy. Well, la-ti-da, Niantic. I guess this right here is another example of you not learning from past mistakes. Do I even need to rehash the absolute trash event being Dragon Week? I really don't think I do because, well, for one, I made a video on it, and said video can also be linked down below, and number two, you had a massive outcry when it came to your fanbase in response to how that event was handled, and you would think that maybe, just maybe, if Niantic had two brain cells to rub together to start a fire, that maybe they would think, wait a second now, we probably shouldn't do that again. That was a bad idea. My bad. But what do? They end up doing it again with this event here. And it's actually gotten so bad to the point where your own precious Pokemon Go YouTubers that make their content through playing your game, through promoting your game, is actually starting to call out your bullshit recently. And it's actually kind of poetic justice if you think about it. The article continues on. The low Happiny hatch odds also had Pokemon fans comparing the egg mechanic to loot boxes, which I will say is very, very accurate as a comparison. Although players are not forced to buy incubators, the rare mon being locked behind the feature for a limited time only has some fans furious. While some were able to hatch the special Gen 4 normal type with ease, the flood of reports is an example of how truly random hatching in Go is. For some, the Easter event has become too much. So yeah, another event, another fail. And now you got even more fans pissed off with you there, Niantic. When are you going to learn, okay? We're in 2021. The game came out in 2016. 5 years since the game has been active. And there's been a lot of mistakes on Niantic's end when it comes to the game, whether it be through glitches, through locked up events, through a paywall, etc., etc. And you would think that perhaps maybe Niantic, after all of the feedback, after all of the backlash, all of that outcry and all that stuff, you would think that maybe, just maybe, they would have had the intestinal fortitude to actually learn from their shit and make the game better and more accessible with a much, much less need of having to spend money in order to enjoy the spoils that the game offers. It's absolutely insane how we've gotten to this point and Niantic still repeats the same shit history. I've got no words left. I am literally speechless after all I've said and all I've showcased here in this video. So I'm going to sign off here. I want to say thank you guys very much for watching. And what are your guys' thoughts and opinions about what we discussed here in today's video? What were your guys' experiences when it came to the Easter event if you are an active Pokemon Go player? Do you guys think that these type of events really truly need to be stopped or at very minimum be severely improved upon? Whatever your guys' thoughts and opinions all happen to be, I'd love to hear you guys out in the comments down below. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for your time. Have yourself a damn good one, guys. And as always, ya boy, we'll see you guys in the next video.